Hi children, welcome back. Here we are discussing about the lesson weather and climate. Here we already discussed about the what is the weather and what is climate. Here weather and climate they depend upon the four factors, that is WTHR: wind, temperature, humidity, rainfall. Here we discussed about the temperature. Now it is wind. Wind. What is meant by wind? The moving air is called wind. Moving air is called wind. So here moving air can be moved from one place to another place. Here it has a rule that air always move. Air always air always move from where to where? From high pressure to low pressure. Air always move from high pressure to low pressure. What it means? Here actually, for example, if you inflate a balloon, समझो balloon में हवा भरा हुआ है. When you release the mouth of balloon, then what happens? The air with force it tries to come out of the balloon, right? मतलब ये है कि अंदर ज़्यादा प्रेशर है, बाहर लेस प्रेशर है. So it always move from high pressure to low pressure. Like that, the air always move high pressure to low pressure. Here, the low and high pressure of the air occur because of temperature. For example, here are the two villages, village A and village B. In case if the village B it has more sunlight than the A, then what happens? The air present here it become warm, and warm air always moves up. Warm air always moves up. So here pressure become low. Then from the village A with the high pressure, air moves towards the B. When it moves, along with it is going to carry the clouds, right? So here wind speed and direction. Wind has the speed and direction. Wind speed and direction can be detected by the instrument called anemometer. It is called anemometer. Anemometer is the device which is used to calculate the wind speed and wind direction, right? Wind is also one of the factor of weather and climate. Have you understood? Right. Now let us see the humidity. Let us see humidity. Here, next one is the humidity. Here humidity is nothing but the water vapor that is present in the air. The water vapor present in the air is called as humidity, or we call it as moisture. The moisture present in the air is called humidity. Wherever the humidity is high, wherever the humidity is high, there you will get more sweat. पसीना बहुत आता है जब वहाँ ह्यूमिडिटी रहता है, क्योंकि बिकॉज ऑफ ह्यूमिडिटी the sweat is not going to evaporate from the body. Why? Because the environment is dry, right? There is less wind, so that because of humidity we will get more sweat. And it happens nearby the water body, the area where is nearby the water body. For example, if it is a South India, here it is the Bay of Bengal, and whatever the coastal areas that are present at this Bay of Bengal, they feel very humid because here it is the ocean. So that because of this water, more water enters into the air and humidity increases, and they feel more sweat than us when it is summer, right? So humidity is also one of the factor. It is nothing but moisture present in the air. Here uh, humidity in an area is generally high. The climate is said to be humid. We use it to say humid. Or otherwise, the amount of water vapor in the air can be calculated in the percentage. Can be calculated in percentage. If humidity is less, then no sweat and we feel cool, we feel cool. If humidity is high, we'll get sweat and we will be not comfortable with that, right? Humidity can be measured by the instrument called hygrometer. We calculate the percentage of humidity by using hygrometer. Just remember, Nana, hygrometer. Humidity, it depends upon the water vapor present in the air, and as well as it is more nearby the what you call water body area, or otherwise if there is no water body, then it become less, and we will get sweat also, right? And the next one we completed wind, temperature, humidity. Next one is the rainfall. Next one is rainfall. We know that condensation of the clouds gives us rain. Condensation of the cloud gives us rain. So rainfall is it is a part of water cycle. The water present on the earth, it evaporates and it become clouds and cloud condensation, and it gives us rain. Here rainfall can be measured in millimeters or in centimeters by using an instrument called rain gauge. By using rain gauge, we calculate the rainfall of a particular place, right? It will be measured in millimeter and as well as centimeter. Okay, so here usually rain gauge, it seems like this. It has a glass funnel to collect the water, right? Whatever the water here collected, this tube has the scales on it, graduates. So according to that, we can measure, okay, 10 mm, 4 mm, whatever the rainfall occur, we will give the weather report in that. So this is about rainfall, right? Rainfall, where there is a heavy rain, it has somewhat humidity and cool weather. Okay, so with this we completed the four weather components and climate components, and we know that if these components are changed easily, then it is called as what we call it, weather. Whereas if there is change in the, if there is no change in the weather components like wind, temperature, humidity, rainfall, if they are constant for the longer period, then it is said to be climate. It is called as climate. So let us see how it will appear in other areas of the earth. So let us imagine here it is a globe. Here the weather climate conditions are three types. Mainly there are three types. Right. First one is the polar region, and next temperate region, and next one tropical region, and again same tropical, temperate, and finally polar region. So here the sun rays that are falling on the equator line will be straight, and whereas the distance is less when compared to other part of the earth, the equator line is very near to the sun, and the sun rays that is coming from the sun, they go deviated when it reaches to the polar region. That's why the temperature of the polar region is very less. Okay, they feel very cool. Here in polar climate, actually it is extremely cold and dry. Polar region is extremely cold and dry. It has a hard heavy rainfall, even though the rainfall occurs in the form of snow only. Okay, there is less availability of water, so that it is very cold and dry area. And when you take the temperate climate, here temperate climate is a climate with neither very hot, not very cool. it is not hot and not cool. So sometimes rainfall occurs, sometimes snowfall occurs. This is what we call temperate climate. And it is the temperate climate is not hot and not cool with the rainfall and snowfall. Next come to tropical region. Here tropical climate, it is a very hot and humid area because of it contain rainfall. Heavy rainfall is there, so that it is humid area. It is always humid, hot and humid. The tropical region is hot and humid. Whereas the next region is the desert. It is completely opposite to the polar region, that is it is very hot and dry. It is very hot and dry. Which one? The desert area. The desert area is very hot and dry. So whatever the plants and animals that are living on the earth, depending upon their climate, they got some adaptations. We'll learn in further chapter what is that adaptation it contain. So here it is about the different regions on the earth. Different regions on the earth: polar region, temperate region, tropical region, right, and desert region, and their weather condition. In polar condition it is cold and dry. In temperate it is hot and cold, sorry, not very hot, not very cold. And the tropical region it is humid and hot, and whereas desert area it is hot and dry. I hope you understood the lesson. We'll continue in the next session. Thank you.